Welcome back, trainers. So let's go ahead and take a look at my first Timeless Cup tournament, and I'm going to give you a play-by-play step on how to lose. Well, at least how I messed up very badly in the first round here. So we have the Haunter with the Shadow Ball, Shadow Punch, of course, Shadow Claw, Dragonair Purified with Return and Aqua Tail, Dragon Breath, and then I decided to go with the Celio over the Lapras because it has more flexibility as far as the Powdered Snow and the Body Slam. You're going to be able to do, a little bit better in specific situations. As far as coverage, I got the Wish Cash to go up against the Tentacruel, the Skunk Tank, and the Fire types like Castform, Sunny. And then, of course, the Charizard, my starter, is what I went with here. So let's go ahead and get into these battles. I have everybody's teams on the side here. 907 Sylveon really got me good here, so let's take a look. So I'm starting it off with the Wish Cash going up against Dragonair. This is a pretty decent matchup here, so just going to go ahead and get enough energy for that Blizzard, but then go ahead and go for that Mud Bomb. We're going to go ahead and shield this up because I do want my Wish Cash to survive just a little bit longer. Although it's pretty tanky, I still want to hang on and try to get off one of these Blizzards, probably just bluff it out. So I do get the Blizzard through without a shield. That's looking great. In comes the Drapion here, and that's a really good thing because we're going to be super effective with those Mud Bombs. And we're able to burn that last shield there, and we're able to get one more Mud Bomb off here. So we're looking pretty okay. And in comes a charge move. It looks like we had a tie. That is why she used it there. And going to go into the Celio here. Like I said, I just feel more flexibility with this. Lapras with Ice Shards as well as Surf and then Skull Bash. I do have one of those. I did TM the Legacy off of it and purchased that expensive secondary move. I used it quite a bit in practice. And if you're wondering why did I go into my Victory Bell, I wasn't sure if there was a Solar Beam. And I just wanted to waste a little bit of energy on that Sunny Castform because I know I do have enough energy to take this out here. It was really unnecessary to switch into that Victory Bell, and I don't know what's going on with me and switching in this first round. I was very switch happy, as you're going to see what goes on here. So I do start off with the Haunter. She goes in there with the Sunny Castform, and so I do get enough energy to go for that Shadow Ball, but we're going to go for that Shadow Punch so we can try to burn a shield off here. And what I should have done at this specific point is continued on with the Haunter. Should have done another Shadow Punch and not switched. Like I said, I don't know what was going on with me and wanting to switch. Maybe I felt extremely comfortable. And check it out. We're going to look at another mistake that I did do here. So she will be using her last shield. Looking great. And I am going to shield this up because although it is resisted, it's still going to be doing a decent amount of damage because we are, pretty glassy with that Charizard. I didn't get off my Dragon Claw there. I was hoarding energy. Oh, like a hoarder, and now I'm going to severely pay for that. So in comes the Dragonair. No more shield, so we're just going to go ahead and go for that Shadow Ball. And you're thinking, well, it doesn't seem all bad. Look at that. You got the Shadow Ball, no more shield. In comes Megidium. Yeah, that's all nice and dandy. And then I have the Wish Cash in the back. Oh, man. As soon as I saw that Megidium, my heart dropped. I was like, oh, man, what did I do? What have I done? And, yeah, we take that loss here now. Let's see again what happens. So starting it off with the Celio, going in with the Drapion here. No need for that switch. I thought I had Wish Cash. I picked the Haunter. And now we're looking absolutely horrible. What I was thinking is draw out the Grass type. And then I would just demolish it with my Charizard in the back. So, yep, lesson learned. Pay attention to what you picked there before thinking about the switch. So we are stuck in a pretty bad situation. We're just going to let that go down, and at this point, I could go with the Charizard, gain energy, and just go Dragon Claw all the way, but I decided to just go with the Celio and just spam it up with the Body Slams at this point, because, they're going to be able to continuously get them off. They're doing a great amount of damage. It's neutral to that Sunny Castform, and the Powdered Snow is not going to be very effective, but we're not really looking for the Powdered Snow damage. We're looking to just gain as much energy with that to get off those Body Slams, and it survives every single time with 1 HP. That little thing is just going strong. All right, so we have the Celio, we have the Charizard. Let's see what we can do here. In comes the Drapion. So if I was to switch into Charizard, I could get hit by those Aqua Tails, so that is going to be a hazard. At this point, I just need to take it out with the Celio, and we're able to finish it off with Powdered Snow. The last Pokemon is going to be Dragonair, and I said out loud, just systematically, I was like, I lost. Everybody looked over at me like, what are you talking about? And yep, I lost this battle. I knew it was over. Dragon Claw wasn't going to do enough. I knew the Aqua Tail was going to finish me off here, and, well, Dragon Breath at least. And she takes the win, and the game's even telling me, careful, careful, what are you doing? So she definitely spaked me there. Well done. Made mistakes on my end, which I need to stop going into battles feeling extra comfortable. Never underestimate your opponents, and always bring forth your best effort. So good games there. Going up against Rizzy here, our next opponent. I'm going to be going in here with the Celio. He's going to be starting it off with the Piloswine. I do believe he doesn't have double moves. None of his Pokemon have double moves. He just comes to these and has a good time. And if you're looking at the other person on the side here for their team at the very bottom, and they're not even 1500, that's because we were short a person and he was trying to help us out, the owner of the establishment, Warehouse 49. So really appreciate that for participating and allowing the tournament to continue on. So moving on to these battles here, I'm just going to continue with the spam. Man, that Celio is so spammy. Now, I did consider bringing Lantern, but I just opted out to not have it, and I went with the team that I currently do have. So continuing on here, that Lantern is taking quite a bit of damage from those body slams, and then we're going to bring in the Wish Cash. Now, we could totally take the Thunderbolt, but I didn't know at this point that he didn't have double moves. I thought maybe I might get hit by a Hydro Pump, so I blocked it up. But knowing this time, I'm just going to go ahead and let that go through, and we're going to try to finish it off with quick moves here. A little bit of over farming and not necessary, so we're going to be able to spam that Skunk Tank with super effective Mud Bombs, and this is a fantastic position for my Wish Cash here. This is my first one. I recently powered one up because my team was having a bit of trouble against a Tentacruel. So I decided to go ahead and make one of these, as well as other typings that can get in the way. You know, Skunk Tank is a pretty safe option for people to use, so I figured I would just go ahead and make one of those and throw it on the team. Now we're going to go ahead and bring in the Celio here. And Wish Cash having Blizzard is also going to be great when you have to do face-off against Dragon types. So we're going to go ahead and do that Body Slam, of course. Very rarely did I go for the Aurora Beam. Very specific situations. So we're able to take that out. Pretty much if I went up against a Dragon type that had full health almost with probably no shields left, then I might go for it. Otherwise, it's just Body Slam all day. Seeing that Steel types are going to be not allowed, you're pretty much safe doing that all the time. So we're going to be bringing in the Wish Cash, going up against that Skunk Tank yet again. The Crunch is going to do a decent amount of damage. I do go ahead and shield the first one up. You'll see how much damage it does after this. I think it might be able to get to another one. It does, and I do let it go through here. And yeah, so the Wish Cash, pretty tanky Pokemon, really enjoying it. Happy I made one. In comes the Lantern. It's going to be weak to ground, so at this point we have a ton of energy ready to go for those Mud Bombs. We're going to go ahead and go for all of those and just try to finish it off like that and charge it up with the Mud Shot there and get off another one, and this should just about do it. And two more quick moves and we finish it off. So there's going to be good games. Moving on to the third round here, just for fun. We're going to start it off with Victory Bell. We're not in a good position at all going up against the Skunk Tank, so I do make the switch into Celio, seeing that there isn't really too much I need to worry about. He didn't carry any grass types, which made it safe for my water Pokemon to roam around and do whatever they needed to do. So that's a good thing, as well as no Blaziken. Blaziken is also a good option. I played around with it quite a bit during my practice rounds, and wow, with Counter, Blast Burn, and Blaze Kick, the thing is absolutely terrifying. The thing is, I just didn't want to run it with so many things weak to Confusion from that Venomoth possibly. So I already had the Victory Bell, and then I did have the Haunter, and then having Blaziken would have made 3 weak to Confusion. Now, what I did initially have on my team was a Drapion. I ran by that for the whole time. I was running Ice Fang, Aqua Tail, and Crunch. Absolutely love it. It walls Venusaur pretty good, even though Frenzy Plant is still going to be hurting it quite a bit because that move is just extremely good. Maybe I can switch up my team and then throw on that Blaziken there. Charizard works good, but Blaziken, it's just doing so much damage with the counter, as well as Blaze Kick and Blast Burn. So we do have the Wish Cash in here. It is going to be taking neutral damage. Well, the Venomoth is from this Mud Bomb, but it is going to go ahead and shield it up using the last shield. And I'm pretty sure he was very close to getting off a charge move at this point. So it was a very close match for that last one. Good games. Now going into the next one here, our final opponent. It's going to be Edgar Martinez. So So let's see what we have. I started off with the Haunter. He's going in with the Victory Bell. Looking good for us. He's going to be switching in to Skunk Tank, and we're going to be going into Celio. Now, depends on how much energy he'd had. He's looking good. See, the Crunch does a great amount of damage, as you can see here. But Celio being so tanky, we'll be able to take those quick moves, and we're going to be able to get to another charge move fairly fast. So we're looking pretty good. Nothing too much to worry about here. And we're going to go ahead and shield this one up as well, because we want our Celio to last a little bit longer. Going to be able to get off another body slam, and let's see if he wants to burn that last shield, preserving it, and then maybe finishing off with quick moves. He decides to let it go down, and he's going to be entering in the battle with Politoed. Very nice choice. That's actually going to be a legacy as well. And so we're going to get off one more body slam before we go down, and then we're going to go ahead and bring in that Haunter, because we do not want to enter with Charizard. With a legacy Politoed, it's going to be hitting us with Surf. So we're going to go ahead and go for that Shadow Punch here, trying to burn that last shield. And now, just maybe, we might be able to get to a Shadow Ball. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, just go for another Shadow Punch. That's alright, because it's going to be okay with that Shadow Claw damage. We're almost able to feint it down. But at this point, I think we're safe. We can go in with our Charizard. And, well, he switches into Victory Bell. I think he wanted to preserve it just a little bit longer. I could have maybe finished it off with Fire Spins, depending upon how much energy it did have. But at this point, I gained enough energy from the Victory Bell. I was able to just go ahead and go with that Dragon Claw and finish off that Politoed, and we're in the safe. I was a little bit relieved when he switched, honestly. I thought he had enough energy for another Surf. All right, so starting it off the next match, he's going in there with Frostlass. I'm starting off with Haunter. He's switching into the Skunk Tank, and I'm going to go with the Whiscash. Now we're looking great in this position here, as you may know, obviously, as we've seen from previous battles. Going to go ahead and go for that Mud Bomb here, doing super effective. He's either going to shield it up. All right, so that's good. We got a shield out of him. We're going to shield this up ourselves. Might have been able to survive that Crunch barely, but I'm not going to risk it at this point. We're just going to go ahead and do that, because if he does come in with Frostlass, we'll be able to get off one more Mud Bomb. And he does, and that is exactly what we're going to be doing here. And I'm obviously not going to shield this up. I'm going to let it feint me out so I can come in with my Haunter and then just do a ton of damage with those Shadow Claws. But we're able to actually get to another one. I think he might have been... Yeah, oh, we had a tie there. Okay. So he does probably have quite a bit of energy behind that Frostlass. So we're going to come in right away and go for that Shadow Punch. No need for that Shadow Ball, because it's going to be super effective anyways. In comes the Politoed, and there's no more shields down. We have one more shield, and what we're going to do is go ahead and go for that Shadow Ball to KO that Politoed. And that should be good. See, I really like Haunter. It's going to be pretty glassy in specific situations, but it can do so much damage with that Shadow Ball, as well as the Shadow Claw too. So there goes that Blaziken. We do not want to see that. So we're going to go ahead and just switch into our Haunter, gain enough energy. Since we've been going for Shadow Punch, we're going to go ahead and go for Shadow Ball this time to kind of just trick him. So that was a big game changer right there for me to get off that Shadow Ball. He does bring in his Shelgon here. He does have 2 shields. I'm assuming he's going to shield it up. No need to preserve for that Shadow Ball, although I was probably going to get fainted out before I was able to even get it off. So we do have the Celio in the back, and Shelgon does not want to see Celio at this point. So we're not going to... I think we might go for Aurora Beam. No point. Just going to go for that Body Slam. And we have a good amount of energy. He does let that one go through. We're just going to go for another one right back to back. And he will be shielding this up. The counters are going to be hurting me. And he's going to more than likely get off a Blaze Kick at this point. And that's almost enough to take me out, finishing me off with a counter. Going in with that Dragonair. And we're going to be able to take the win with those quick moves. And with that said, trainers, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Unfortunately, I did not take first, second, or third, obviously, because I lost that first round, and it pushed me down to 4th place despite winning those other matches. You live and learn. Next time, don't make dumb switches, poke. Anyways, thanks for watching again, trainers, and take care.